If you can't position yourself properly, you'll never survive freelancing. And most people watching this will ignore that, which is exactly why they stay stuck at the bottom. Underpaid, undervalued, and consistently complaining that freelancing is just too competitive. The truth is, freelancing has completely changed. Clients are more informed. The competition is brutal. AI is shifting everything. And if you're not brutally honest with yourself about the skills that you need, then... So, let's talk about the stuff that nobody wants to admit. The first thing killing most freelancers is positioning. Too many of you are trying to be a jack of all trades. You'll take on any job that you think might pay. One day you're a logo designer, the next you're a website builder, then suddenly you're also a copywriter. Do you know what that looks like to clients? It looks desperate. And clients don't pay for desperation. They pay for certainty. They want someone who lives and breathes the exact problem they need solved. If I'm a SaaS founder, why would I gamble on a generalist copywriter who's done a bit of everything, when I can hire someone who literally calls themselves the SaaS copywriter? Now, here's the rule. Stop selling your time and start selling results. Not I edit videos. Instead, I help podcasts turn raw clips into viral TikToks. Not I design websites. Instead, I build landing pages that actually convert. Now, this is not complicated. It's just positioning. And branding ties right into that. Most freelancers don't have a brand. They slap up a random thumbnail, a badly cropped profile picture, maybe even a few screenshots of work. And then they wonder why clients won't pay $500 for their service. Now, if your profile looks cheap, clients assume your work is cheap, period. You don't need to spend thousands on a designer, but you do need to look like you take yourself seriously. Consistent colors, fonts that match, a clean professional style. Even if you're not the best in your niche yet, there's no excuse not to look like a professional. The second thing, communication. Now this one's brutal because most freelancers think they're good at it, but they're not. And here's how most freelancers handle client communication. Someone asks, hey, what's your rate? And they just throw out a number. Wrong. That's the fastest way to lose the deal. As soon as you give your price, the client makes a yes-no decision. And 9 times out of 10, it's a no, and they just disappear. Instead, you need to make them invest in the conversation first. Ask questions, make them explain their project, build some back and forth. By the time you actually drop your price, they've already sunk so much time and energy into talking with you, and suddenly you're not just another option. You're the person who understands their needs, and that leverage is priceless because now they're going to be willing to pay that extra even if you are outside of their budget. And when it comes to response time, speed matters. On platforms like Fiverr or Upwork, if you respond slow, you're dead. The freelancer who replies first usually gets the job, but fast does not mean sloppy. You also need to set clear expectations. So stop promising impossible timelines just to win the gig because you'll drown in revisions and miss deadlines. Be blunt, be clear, and don't agree to anything that you can't deliver on. Now, negotiations, same story. Stop panicking when clients push back on price. Always price slightly above what you'd expect so that then you have room to adjust. And if they do complain, don't instantly cave. Shift the conversation back to value. Ask about their budget. Offer scaled down versions of the project if necessary. That way, you're not lowering your worth. You're just adjusting the scope. There's a big difference. And here's the golden rule. When you get a difficult client message, don't respond immediately. Take like 15 minutes because the version of you that replies after cooling down will sound professional. The version that replies instantly will sound defensive. And that small gap can save your reputation and your relationship with the client. Now, let's talk about visibility because if clients can't find you, they can't hire you. And too many freelancers, well, they're invisible. Here's the reality. Clients will find you on freelance platforms and then they'll Google your name. They'll click your socials and if nothing comes up, well, it's a red flag. If your Instagram looks dead, if your LinkedIn is empty, if you don't exist outside a freelancing platform, you're at a disadvantage. Your content is your proof. It's your case study. If you're a thumbnail designer, your Instagram should be filled with before and afters. If you're a copywriter, your LinkedIn should have posts breaking down ads or sharing quick tips. If you're an editor, post short clips showing your process. Now, I get cold DMs from freelancers all the time. And the first thing I do is check their profile. If it's empty, I don't even bother responding. If it's full of examples, tips, and proof, they get my attention. It's simple. And no, your content doesn't need to go viral. It just needs to exist. It builds a digital footprint that shows that you're active, professional, and serious. That alone puts you ahead of like 80% of your competition. Now, adaptability is another survival skill, and this one's non-negotiable in 2025. Now, 2 years ago, one of my best sellers was green screen videos. Today, dead. I maybe do a couple per month. The market has simply moved on. What's hot right now? UGC ads, short form content, social first campaigns. That is where the money is for my niche. And that's freelancing. What's in demand consistently shifts. If you're clinging to the same service that you offered 5 years ago, don't be surprised that nobody's buying anymore. AI is exactly the same. Some freelancers are terrified it will replace them, but here's the truth. AI doesn't replace freelancers who think strategically. It replaces the ones who only sell labor. Now, I use AI pretty much all the time. I generate a draft script in minutes, polish it, and then deliver it way faster than before. That means I take on more clients, make more money, and spend less time stuck in repetitive tasks. Now, AI is not a threat, it's leverage. The freelancers who learn how to use it will crush the ones who sit around just whining about it. And adaptability isn't just about tools, it's about mindset. Are you looking at your competition? Are you paying attention to how the market is shifting? Are you willing to upgrade your offers, your branding, your quality? Because if you're not, you're going to be outpaced by people who actually are. And then we get to the final piece, money. This one kills more freelancers than any algorithm or AI tool ever could. Most freelancers have no idea how to handle their finances. They start freelancing and immediately set their prices high, thinking they'll pull in the big money fast. But here's the reality. If you have 0 reviews and 0 portfolio, nobody's paying you top rates. Those first few months, they're not about money. They're about building your foundation. Samples, reviews, case studies. After that, that's when you raise your prices. And it's really simple. If you become too busy, raise them again. Don't overcomplicate it. Step them up just gradually until demand starts to level out. Then repeat the cycle. Over time, your rates will keep climbing. But here's the biggest mistake, charging hourly. Stop. Hourly rates keep you stuck in an employee mindset. Freelancing isn't a job, it's a business. And you don't sell hours, you sell outcomes. Package your offers. Price by project, sell the result and not your time. So let's just cut the fluff. Surviving freelancing this year isn't about being talented, because plenty of talented freelancers are broke. It's about being positioned, branded, communicative, visible, adaptable, and financially smart. And if you don't fix the areas I just laid out, then you won't make it. That's not negativity, it's just reality. But if you do fix them, then you'll be unstoppable. So the choice is yours. You can keep making the same mistakes 90% of freelancers are making right now, or you can fix them today and set yourself up to actually thrive in the freelance world. And if you do want more tips, tricks, and advice, then sign up for my 30-day email list, where every other day you'll receive an email from me with the most valuable advice only the top freelancers are implementing. Links in the description.